What's the biggest mistake a toxic boss has ever made while trying to ruin your life? There's a specific kind of exhaustion that makes your vision vibrate. It lives in the back of your neck, right where the stress knots form. That's how I felt pulling into the alley at 3 a.m. I'd been in the commercial kitchen for 16 hours straight, not just managing. I'd single-handedly prepped a 500-person catering gig until my fingers cramped. I had flour permanently crusted into my jeans and smelled so strongly of fryer oil that my car seats reeked. All I wanted was to crash for 3 hours before opening the bakery again. So when my master key didn't turn in the back door, my brain just short-circuited. I jiggled it, flipped it, stared at the deadbolt. Then, the heavy metal door swung open. My aunt stood there in a designer trench coat she definitely couldn't afford, holding a clipboard. Behind her was her son, who hadn't worked a single shift since I took over operations, eating a pastry I'd baked the night before. "Oh," she said, "you're here early. The key doesn't work," I muttered. "Right, we changed the locks," she smirked. "We're selling the bakery to a corporate developer tomorrow for $2 million. You're out. Oh, and I'll need your recipe book before you leave." She said it like I was a dishwasher she was letting go. I stood there, my non-slip shoes stuck to the greasy pavement. I had rebuilt this failing dump from the ground up over 3 years. "Does the lawyer know?" I asked. She laughed. "I own the building, sweetheart. I make the rules." I looked past her at my stand mixer, my handwritten prep list still on the whiteboard. "Understood," I said. I didn't scream. I didn't beg. I just turned around, got in my car, and drove off into the night. And while I slept like a rock, they celebrated. Her son literally posted a TikTok flexing a rented Rolex, bragging about their new money. It got thousands of views. Yeah, it gets worse. What they didn't know was I'd been waiting for this exact day for 3 years. Before my uncle passed away and left her the property, he pulled me aside. He knew how greedy she was. He told me the actual business was completely bankrupt, but the building was paid off. So, he helped me file some secret paperwork. I didn't just manage the bakery. I formed a brand new LLC. The viral name, the logo, the vendor contracts, the social accounts, and every single recipe, I legally owned them 100%. She was just my landlord. "Let her think she's in charge," he had told me. "When she shows her true colors, you pull the plug." For 3 years, I paid her rent. She had zero equity in the brand. The next morning, I drove back and parked across the street. The corporate developers arrived in 2 black SUVs to finalize the buyout. That's when I emailed my lawyer. 10 minutes later, my aunt stumbled out of the front door, staring at her phone, and let out a guttural, soul-leaving-the-body shriek. The developers were walking back to their cars, shaking their heads. The buyers were backing out. They didn't want an empty brick building. They wanted the $1 million brand, and the brand had just signed a lease 2 towns over. My aunt called me 43 times that afternoon, left unhinged voicemails demanding I give her the company. Her son posted a 20-part rant saying I robbed my own family. I blocked them both, put on my apron, and got back to work.